Um, Saharayim Tov, or Boker Tov for me. Um, when I was preparing my presentation, my father was here and he said to me, "You're not speaking in Hebrew? I sent you to so many years of day school. You spent your gap year in Israel, and you're going to speak in English." So I tried a little bit in Hebrew, but the points I want to get across, I think it'll be easier for me in English. And I hope one day to be able to present fully in Hebrew, Alyssa, with your help and your staff. So it's a little later, so thank you for giving me a little extra time to have my coffee. When Alyssa reached out to me, she was concerned about the time. She said, I'll put you last so you don't have to wake up so early. But after you listen a little bit to my story, I hope you'll understand why whenever I get the opportunity to talk about this really tragic loss and how we can put it into our lives and to represent someone who has gone through it and what we're doing today, I jump at the chance. So it's fine, it's great, and my day has begun early. So todah rabah. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to just come into your homes and speak to you. And I invite you to look at all our information. We'll put up our resources, nehamacomfort.org. We'll send you the information. We'll put it up on our chat. Just to explain to you my journey, my personal journey, my professional journey, which is really one and the same. And I hope I can give you some guidance and tools to help you support yourself and others when they're experiencing pregnancy and infant loss. My story began 35 years ago when my husband Danny and I experienced the tragic death of our firstborn son, Pesach. He was born on Passover, and I guess to this audience, I don't have to explain why we named him Pesach. Pesach was born with a severe congenital heart defect and lived for 12 hours. At that time, we were very fortunate to have my father, who was a rabbi, as guidance. We were able to name the baby, bury the baby with a small ceremony, and put a headstone on his grave. You may be thinking to yourself, okay, but that was not the norm in society as a whole 35 years ago. My husband was there for the burial. It was suggested that I was not. It was 1986, and the world was not equipped to offer the help that we truly needed. It was said, don't talk about it. Don't talk about your troubles, any of your troubles. Just go on. There was no one to blame, which I realized later. It's just the way it was. There were no months of recognition for illnesses. There were no ribbons to wear. There were no memorials. There was no internet to search and no Facebook groups to join. We were even told, you don't have to go for therapy. You know why you're depressed. Just go home and get pregnant. Everything will be fine. And that's what we did. A year later, we were blessed with our daughter, Eliana, then 2 miscarriages, then blessed again with our twin girls, then 4 miscarriages, and then my son. We have 4 living children and 8 grandchildren. The vision for Nechama Comfort was developed out of a personal need that no one experiencing early miscarriages, pregnancy loss, stillbirth, or infant death should ever suffer alone. For many years, I was an early childhood teacher, a ganenet. I would watch the children every day begin their ideas of what their life would look like. In the bayit, we are encouraged to make a plan for ourselves, what our lives will look like at such an early age. But when we experience this tragic type of loss, we realize that things are not in our control. People in similar situations would reach out to me by phone. Remember, this was the 90s. And if we were to see each other in person, we would not acknowledge our losses. There were no specific support groups for couples like us. We suffered in silence, not knowing any better. Don't misunderstand me. We enjoyed our family, our careers, our communities. But looking back, we know that things would have been different, easier perhaps, if we had had support like Nechama Comfort and these wonderful organizations that I hear about today. In the late 90s, my old Lamaze teacher called me up and said, "You're not going to believe this. I just went to a training in La Crosse, Wisconsin. For any of you that have not been to the United States yet, it's not in New York and it's not in LA. It's really in the middle of America, a place that I have never been to. And there was a training at a hospital to help people, to support people, nurses, social workers, with families who have been experiencing infant loss. I told her, "Have you been drinking again?" And she said, "No, come meet me in my office. I will share with you." I was in amazement. Actually, somebody was listening. She invited me to join her group. And then that day, I felt validated, finally. As the Jewish community began to grow in the tri-state area, and people started to feel slightly comfortable about talking about their problems, their issues, we realized that there was a need to focus in not only the community of mothers, fathers who have gone through a pregnancy loss, but also within our Jewish community to understand, just like other cultures were doing, what makes us similar and what makes us different, embracing our rituals and finding out how they could help us go through this journey. Nechama Comfort was established in 2008 with a mission to support families and communities who are experiencing or experience this tragedy at any time in their lives. Our mission is the same today. Each and every day, we answer someone's cry for help. Someone in our local community or someone on the other side of the world. Because of the invention, and I think of it as an invention today, of Zoom, and to be able to come and present to you 7 hours earlier or later, we have reaching families in every continent except for Antarctica. When we answer the cry for help, a phone call on our hotline, a response to an email on our website, these are the first words of comfort we offer. We are so sorry for what you are going through. You are not alone. How can we help you? We offer choices to our clients on an individual basis, both the couple within themselves, together, and separately. We help guide them through the difficult journey. We recognize that their trauma affects the extended family, their grandparents, the siblings, the other children, both present or maybe in the future, their community of friends and colleagues. We are there to help when help is needed most. It is so important to validate their suffering when others try to minimize it. We have trained case managers who stay with the couple as long as they need. We offer weekly Zoom support groups for men and women, and a once a month group just for men. We tell the couple, you have joined the club that you have never wanted to be a member of, but you are a lifetime member and we are here for you always. Not just in the beginning, helping with logistics of burials, being there for the support, but offering guidance, pregnancy after loss, helping with memorials, both personal and in their communities, offering guidance for triggers when they arise, such as holidays and anniversaries, all the firsts they will have to face. We help the family put their dear child, who only lives now in their hopes and dreams, into their lives and to move through it, not past it. Nechama Comfort also recognizes the importance of training communities clergy, medical personnel, and funeral directors on how to best help these families. And we offer training and awareness programs. I'd like to take a few seconds to just share with you some of our ways, some ideas to help families going through this tragic loss. We call it the do's and don'ts, and they can be found on our website or reach out to us at any time. Reach out and acknowledge the loss. Even years later, even if you hang up from this presentation and say, oh, I never reached out, please, it's never too late. Listen. That's an important thing for all of us to do, to sit in silence. And I know that's often when people go to any Shiva visit, it's hard for us not to talk. That's who we are. But listen, be genuine and caring. Allow them to express their feelings without passing judgment. If they've named the baby and shared the name with you, refer to the baby by name. Include them in your community events. Invite them to meals and gatherings, but understand if they don't come. If they react negatively to you, remember it's not you. They're reacting to their situation. Reach out. Today we live in a day and age that we can email, text, call, leave a message, but respect if they may not answer you. Reach out as time passes on. We realize this at Nechama Comfort. Like many losses, people get busy. It's not intentional. We are now offering our comfort care package to each and every couple that we speak to, but not right away, 2 or 3 months after their loss, to remember that we are here. Listen to the family's needs. Take the cues for them. Do they want visitors? Do they want privacy? And do what we all do. Not what I learned when I was trained, not just within our religion and culture and Judaism, but prepare the meals, offer the food, help with other children and their needs. Things to say if you don't know what to say. It's good to see you. I'm so sorry to hear what you're going through. I've been thinking about you. And be specific, call them up. I'm going to the store right now. What can I bring you? I'm going for a walk. Join me. How can I help you now? What not to do. Avoid the couple. Dominate the conversation. Change the subject that they want to talk about their baby. Never suggest that they had bad care, legal or medical. Never talk about other people's tragedies. Don't suggest that you know what's best or you know what happened, even if the same thing happened to you, because everybody is individual. And never tell them that they'll get over it. Don't say, I know how you feel. You really don't, because you're not them. Things that have actually been said, at least you didn't know your baby. Your baby's in a better place. It only happens to people that can handle it. You're being tested. These are actual things that even are going on today to say. And we tell our clients, make a plan. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for what people are going to say to you. You are in control. You are there in your grief journey as long as you need to be. And it's not for you to make others feel better. And be true to yourself and to how you feel. I hope now you can understand why I continue to take every opportunity to share my personal and professional story. And we at Nechama Comfort are passionate about offering help to families going through this difficult journey. And we're dedicated to educating our communities and bringing awareness to pregnancy and infant loss. I am so blessed to have met Alyssa this past summer. First of all, to be able to get into Israel from the States. It's good I have family there. In a restaurant in Tel Aviv. At the first instant, I could feel our connection. Even though our losses had occurred years apart, we knew that we had a kinship, similar missions and visions. As you see today, I'm not going to post it and share my screen, but I'm actually going to show you what lies on my desk. My picture of my son Pesach, who passed away 35 years ago. We only had one picture. Our memory box was given to us in an envelope that I still keep, with a lock of hair, with his baby blanket. People would ask me, now do you understand why your son passed away? I said, I will never understand that. But I have tried to share our experiences and hope together. Coming to you today, and I look so forward to working with Candles of Hope, and thank you so much for this program. We have so many plans with Candles of Hope to collaborate, and I just want to take this opportunity to thank Naomi Eisenberg with the Good People Fund, who have offered her continued support to us. And anybody here who has experienced this tragedy, early pregnancy loss, miscarriage, infant loss, the children that live in your hopes and dreams, I hear you, I feel you, and I wish you nechama always.